Uh-huh. I should probably have my head examined for this. Here we go. Next, all right, 96 Dodge Ram, 5.9 liter 360, came with a 355 transmission or a differential in it, automatic. I used to work down in Fort Worth. I lived in Euless for about a year, and I went to every junkyard I could. It was a blast, and I fell in love with these second gens a while back before that. But anyway, I started finding clean doors in Texas. You know, I thought, oh hell, I'm gonna, for fun, take doors back up north and sell them, which I did. I brought about 3 truckloads of doors back. I should have just stuck with extended cabs, because the standard cab, by this point where these trucks are 20 years old, the standard cabs are gone, but whatever. It was all for fun. I made a little money, but it wasn't worth the trouble, honestly. So I found this truck, 2,200 bucks, good tires, clean body, killer patina, right? So the story is, this was bought by this family when it was 1 year old. Mom towed a 1-horse trailer with it. So at 75,000 miles, the trans got rebuilt. 5.9, like I said, and of course killer patina. And that was a good price to buy it at, to flip. Well, I drove the thing down there more and decided this truck's cool. This truck could be cool with a 5-speed, you know. And then, by gosh, within a month, somebody had a 5-speed. Picked that up, and 5-speed and like a posi. They call it track lock on these rear end. Well, I found one. It's got a 392 track lock in it now. So this truck, clean. I get seats when I was doing junking more. If I find a passenger seat that's good, it's not torn, I grab them. I probably got half a dozen of each. I found more when I was looking for stuff to do this video. So anyway, I didn't get them. I mean, what the heck. Dash is cracked like on all of them. I threw this on here, duct taped it up, it rattles. The bezel's pretty good. Stuff doesn't work like the cup holder because the dash is cracked, but yeah. So that's that. She scoots along pretty good. Quote my son with her little 5.9. Last summer she got a front end rebuild, ball joints, control arm bushings, and then recently I just did the headlights because they were smoked. These headlights suck on these trucks. The markers do fine, but there's no vent in the headlights, so as they heat and expand and contract, the cracks form and you get moisture builds up. At the yard, I found cab lights, put them on. I did a video on that because there's a lot of good stuff about doing these, you know, do-it-yourself stuff, but I distilled it down to one video. So I buy this truck, and what's kind of cool is, I think, I buy it from this 24-year-old or whatever. I don't know if you can see it in here. Right here and right here, those are car seat marks. I think the guy was, he and his brother drove this and sat in a car seat there. When this kid was 16, 17, they got a respray, a real crappy Mako job, and that's why it's patinaed. I mean, they sprayed everything, even the black rubber that's supposed to be right here, you know, whatever. They've got a MagnaFlow exhaust. This kid put on these taller tires, gives her a little bitchin' look. So the 4-speed conversion, 5-speed conversion. I've been collecting parts now for, well, I did it all a while back, and I just this morning found a bunch of stuff that I've been pulling my hair out. So the trans, it's an NV3500, new process. Chevy and GM and Chrysler went into business years ago when GM discovered what incredibly bulletproof transmissions we made, built in Syracuse. The problem with this one is, this truck has got should have a speedometer gear in there, but in '98 they went and changed it to where the speedo's taken off of the rear axle. This came out of an '01. It T-boned a telephone pole up at front there, and I'm assuming it works. I'm gonna keep looking for another trans here, pre-98 trans. These, you know, 150 bucks. I don't even know if that's any good. Part of the reason I didn't want to take a good truck and turn it into a, you know, lawn ornament. So as I was going, I needed shift boots. I get on eBay and just kind of troll and then cherry pick. Oh, it's got oil on it. This one's good. I've got more than one. What you've run into is the inner boots usually toast. This one, that one's good. It's got one hole there. Now, this is not even for these trucks. I don't know which one this was, but that was obviously toast. So I got to where the only thing I was missing was the parts I could buy: a clutch, a flywheel. The later model trans of these have a screw-in shifter, like there. This trans should have a shift tower. It's just got a square one. I'm assuming everything will work with that shift tower because this did come out of the same truck. I bought new hydraulics for the clutch. Like I said, I didn't have stuff that would work. I got a new backup light switch. I'm getting a new clutch switch, for lack of a better term. These things this is a crank sensor, okay? This goes on the bell housing where that hole is right there. Sits in there. Well, the flywheel for a manual truck is bigger, so the crank sensor for a manual truck is shorter. Guys will put washers underneath there to get it up higher so that it isn't rubbing the flywheel. I said I was missing stuff. You see how anal I am? Okay, I have to be because I have CRS. And if you don't know what that means, it means you can't remember anything. So I had gotten flywheel bolts. I had gotten pressure plate bolts. I had gotten bell housing bolts. I've been looking for 2 weeks now, couldn't find any of that crap. I think it was just buried in this bin. That's the four-wheel drive boot right there. These are kind of cool. They still had simulated stitching, this truck here, whereas the later versions just had a generic deal. I pulled a manual steering column before I really realized I didn't have to do that. All that I really need is this cover that goes around, and you knock the pin out of the auto gear shift, and you can put that on there. I'm not going to even fool with this, even though this steering wheel is actually a lot better than mine. More hydraulics. I just pulled this stuff. When you're in the yards, they just don't charge you for anything. So you start pulling stuff, then you're not paying a lot, honestly. Here's stuff I do. Like I was at a yard the other day. There's a handful of, bolts for the dash. I call it low-hanging fruit. They're all over the floor of a truck. I'm like, well, hell. I'm gonna butch this up a little more. I have tow hooks. I got 2 sets of these. They go up on the nose. Those are on a titanium too. I've seen 3 sets in 7-8 years of looking at these second gens. They only came on the 97, 98 Dodge off-road, and yeah, they're just never out there. And not only that, but the air dam with the holes in it was there, and it's in good shape. You know, I put them on my big truck, and I had to cut the holes. Normally, these are all roached, you know. So I'll tell you what, that is going on my big truck, and I'm gonna put them on here. Put the air dam off of that on here. So what? Another thing, the mount, the tranny mount. All right, 4 trans mounts. Manual automatic, manual, that's 2. Manual automatic 4-wheel drive, that's 4. So that was a concern. I've got that. So what I need to do, failure is always an option, right? I guess it can be. So part of the reason I've never done this was because is that junk, you know, I would need another drive shaft made, because I'm not, in case this all goes south, I was always going to just put it all back and drive it, right? So I need to get another drive shaft just as a core for the front slip yoke and the rear yoke. And when I get this in, this is 2 inches shorter than the automatic, I think, and get that done. And yeah, go do a little junk and see what's out there. So the plan is now to go searching for some pieces, and I do have a lead on a guy, a yard, that does have the correct trans, supposed to have 105,000 miles, you know, with what I need. And we'll go from there. So, oh, my brake pedals. So, yeah, I'm certain these were installed in the truck before the dash went in, because I pulled these assuming that I could rebuild, you know, just swap the pedals, but didn't know. Well, I had to tear the whole dash out of that truck in the yard. But yes, you can slide, I think, things apart, but you need to put in new bushings. There's one right there. Okay, takes 6. So I need 2 more. I'm assuming these are right. I got these at Napa, but whatever. So yeah. Yeah, I actually put the camper shell on. Those aren't easy to find, because I thought once again I was going to have to travel and work out of town, and I need a junking truck, right? So it's nice to have a camper shell on these things. You can lock your stuff up, junk up like this. Anyway, all right, here we go. Alrighty, head for the junkyard. Got my junkyard box. That's my first toolbox I ever bought in my life. I was 16. I always bring the impact along. Yeah, go see if we can find us a drive shaft. It wasn't too long ago that junking was my thing. Yeah, I really, that's my catharsis. I really got off on it. To me, these second-gen trucks were like when I was in high school, and could go to the junkyard and see old dusters and all that stuff in there. Anyway, let's get to getting here. Oh, here we are. I don't know how good this one's going to come out. This is my favorite junkyard. I used to come in here so much that they gave me a t-shirt one day. Which that was kind of cool. I was actually rather excited about it. All right, before I go look at the trucks, they get some oddball stuff in here. It's obviously the Ford section. I think they put it in a row, closed a row off. There used to be a row over there, but you could walk down. The Mopar stuff is over there. It looks like there's a Dodge right down there. So yeah, they filled in a row. We'll go down, see what we can find. All right, no oddball Mopar stuff. Into the Dodge truck section. Got a candidate here, yellow one up there, tan one, that one. I want a 2-wheel drive is the plan. So there's one, there's one. These second gens are getting a little thin anymore. to start looking. All right, guys, here's a 97. I think we have a candidate, actually. Yeah, I think this one will work. Yeah, I believe so. Didn't bring my tape measure. Yeah, I gotta go get that. It's got both ends on it. Go get the toolbox. All right, I've actually found two. This is off a two-wheel drive. There's a four-wheel drive behind me. I guess I'm gonna take them both. There's a reason I never did this little deal, because this sucks. This yard, I mean, there's no mud, but this is like railroad ballast. It's awesome to lay on. See, right now, I wish I had brought a hammer, dead blow to knock them loose. But anyway, yeah, here we go. All right, they're both out. There's an hour of my life I would get back again. Problem is, they set these vehicles on top of these things, and then they sit on the axle, and they're always bent. But yeah, so this is a really crispy one. These are both 90 out of 97s, except the four-wheel drive. It's got the same one here in the back, but the four-wheel drive one, the one that goes into the transfer case, is quite a bit bigger than the one I got. This one's actually fairly clean. That'll all clean up pretty well. So yeah, I just wanted my options open on this thing. So one thing I did find out though is the one that goes on the axle here, they're the same. These will clean up, but just in case I get it down there and I hear, oh hey, this one on the back's no good, then I know I can come get one. I'm trying to see the numbers now. I think they're the same. I can't tell. 4-2 something. Yeah, anyway, all right, let's go home. All right, guys, I'm still out junkyarding it. You get the best diners in some of these, near these junkyards. I don't get it. This fella, Larry Flint, I think he's an Oregon State grad with the Beavers, you know, the logo up there. Yeah, good Christian boy, I understand, uses his mom's recipes. And yeah, you know what, I've never been in there, but I understand it's pretty good food. Up here, there's another good diner I ain't been into. So I forget which one this one was. Get up here and see. Oh, okay, I see it now. It says Scarlett's. I don't know much about Scarlett. Evidently she's doing well too. You know, I come by here on occasion, and even during the COVID, you know, they've been staying busy, it looked like. There's a few cars there. A cabaret. That must be some kind of party or dance or something, but yeah. Anyway, here's the junkyard. We might check those diners out sometime. This place is like not like your father's junkyard. When you look at this, everything's on concrete. There's no mud, no ballast rock, no nothing. We're gonna search, see if I can't find maybe a, I don't know. I got a drive shaft, but there might be a trans in there off chance. We'll see. Yeah, this is a yard. They actually sweep this once in a while too. I mean, it's unbelievable. So yeah, walk around the corner. That's what I'm looking for, except it's the same one I got. No input for the speedo right there. That sucks. It's actually the right size output shaft and everything. Torched it up a little. Shift tower's good. Damn it. Wow. Huh. Yeah. What it came out of. Anyway, keep on looking. Yeah, well, what the hell, I'm buying it. I already got one of these, but it's 130 bucks. It turns. It's been out. Yeah, I don't know if mine works or not. You know, you hope. It was in an accident that should have been propelling the car when it crashed, but you never know. For that money, what the hell? These will fit on our small blocks. Guys have a rat rod or something, I'll put this up for 200 bucks if I end up not needing it, and going from there. Found one pressure plate bolt. This is an '04. They pulled the motor out of it and left the trans sitting there. You would have hoped they would have thrown all the bolts down, at least 5 more of these. But anyway, so yeah, I don't know if you guys saw this before, little MG. Yeah, there it is. Anyway, let's get. Okay, so you guys ever just happen to wonder where the world's largest catsup bottle is? Here it is. Collinsville, Illinois. Brooks Ketchup. Catsup. Don't know the difference. But that's it. Yep. It's kind of like the St. Louis Arch there. Yeah, sir. Okay. All right, here she's going to sit till when? Don't know. So my goal for today, and maybe the end of this video, is get that auto trans out and go from there. I didn't mention before, I've got a manual tranny wiring harness, okay? So that'll go in because it does have all the stuff to hook up and stuff it doesn't have for the auto trans, okay? Yeah. So I got a tranny jack here. I bought one. I usually borrow one of these, and that's fine. But this is something I would have liked to have done, was this deal right here. Steadies it a whole lot more. Because when you're trying to shove this thing into the back into the back of the engine, it can be a pain if you're doing it by yourself. And anymore going forward, that's what I'm going to be doing, because my kids are getting older and I can't force them to help me anymore. So anyway, all right, here we go. Oh yeah, and backing this thing in, the auto trans was actually doing some whining in reverse. So anyway, maybe it's time. There's my cat. Yeah, I didn't get as far as I would have liked to yesterday. Life got in the way a little bit, and that's okay. You know, it's supposed to be fun. I did go to the dude, a yard that was supposed to have the correct trans for this, so I can have a speedometer working when this is done. He didn't have one. He did have another one of these trucks, just with a regular newer tranny in it. And what he does have is a Cummins truck with a NV 4500 cast iron, you know, a lot better trans, heavier duty. $1,000. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. So anyway, yeah, I got sidelined. I would have been asking a lot out of myself to try to drop that trans out at the time of day that I was gonna start. And so I just said, no, it ain't gonna happen. I mean, this hobby's supposed to be fun. The YouTube channel is supposed to just be for fun. And I could have thrashed till midnight. That wouldn't have been any fun. So, and a lot of stuff can head south after 7 p.m. when you're doing this stuff. So anyhow, I just got the starter out and the linkage for the auto trans, of course, the drive shaft. I do have valve covers leaking. Those are new gaskets. Can't see it now, but yeah, I'll just have to change them. It's a mess. Okay, you see where the bell housing is for the auto trans, and then you see the exhaust. Okay. The my little contraption that I screwed together to make life easier is I didn't get a ruler out, but I'm certain I have room from here to clear to get it in. But this end may hit the exhaust, which is not a big deal. I'd have to rejigger everything and just move this board forward. So those are my thoughts going forward, what I'm gonna have to do. Anyway, yeah, that's about all I got for this week, you guys. The saga continues. Thanks for watching.